Jesus' miraculous mission into the world continues today. Jonathan and Meredith Parker are just one couple who have experienced firsthand the healing power of God.
God proved to us that He still raises the dead and heals the sick because He performed a miracle by raising Meredith from the dead.
One night, while they were tending to their infant child, Meredith suddenly felt weak.
I just collapsed back on the bed and started gasping for breath, and then shortly thereafter stopped breathing altogether.
Jonathan immediately called 911 and began CPR.
Okay, she stopped breathing.
Oh, she did stop breathing?
Father, in the name of Jesus, right now, I plead your blood over her. Father, she stopped. Somebody here, help me out.
Yes, they're on.
Father, in the name of Jesus, I plead your blood. I plead your blood, Lord. Help her to breathe.
Meredith had a tear in the lining of one of her arteries and suffered a massive heart attack. Jonathan laid his Bible across his wife's feet and began to pray.
They had just shocked her for the 4th time, and I said, Lord, your word is life, and I need a miracle. I need you to speak life into my wife and raise her from the dead. And at that moment, they shocked her the 5th time, and that's when I recalled hearing them say, we've got a pulse.
Meredith, still unconscious, was rushed to the hospital and placed in a medically induced coma.
My husband and family have been told I probably would not make it, and if I did, I would have severe brain damage because of the fact that I had been clinically dead for over 15 minutes.
Anything over 10 minutes causes lasting brain damage or death. On that first night, Jonathan began praying and received a clear word from the Lord.
In the first 3 verses that I read and I accepted as a word from the Lord for our situation was, come and let us return unto the Lord, for He is torn and He will heal us. He is smitten and He will bind us up. After 2 days He will revive us, and in the 3rd day He will raise us up, and we will live in His sight. And I held on to the fact that after 2 days He'd revive her, and in the 3rd day He'd raise her up.
On the 2nd day, the doctors began to warm Meredith's body temperature to examine the extent of the damage. The doctors were not hopeful, but Meredith began to respond. On the 3rd day,
they had taken out the ventilator, they had taken out the feeding tube, and when I walked in, I saw Meredith sitting up on her bed. She had a big smile on her face. She was drinking a fruit smoothie, and she looked at me and she said, hey, babe.
God had performed a miracle. So what did the young couple learn through all this?
The Lord, when He chooses people to go through difficult times, He, like His word says, does not put more on us than we can bear. He counted us worthy to go through this.
For anybody that doubts, you can take it up with medical science and they can't explain it, but the reason I have a wife who's living and breathing and carrying on a normal life today is because the God of our fathers is also our God and does miracles.